Hey there, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about some professionalism in your business to do several things, tips that I want to give you to make sure that when you're out talking to people and meeting people, that you make sure that you are letting them know that you mean business, that it's not just something that you just decided to do for that one short time period, but that you really mean business for your business. The first thing is going to be a website, and that is extremely, extremely important. It takes usually under $10 a year to buy your domain online to have a website. So number one, make sure you do that. Your website is not your Facebook page, your Instagram feed, or anything. You need to make sure you have a website. Now, by that, I understand that a lot of times when you're starting up, or if you don't have a lot of capital, you don't want to have a really fancy website built. At the very least, do a landing page. Buy that domain, put a landing page up, have all of your contact information, your name, your email, your phone, and also include a little bit about what you do in your business so when people go there, they know exactly what it is that you do. And so the website is extremely, extremely important. The second thing is your email address. And I know I've mentioned this before, but to me, it's extremely important to make sure that you have your email address at your domain name. So for instance, mine is Tricia@MuttButs.com. And I don't use a Gmail account. I don't use a Yahoo, a Bell South. You want to make sure that you really show off that you're professional. You're not just using a free email service. You have your email at your domain name. And you can get that through basically your web developer. If you've got somebody who's working on your website, contact them to get your email set up. Because if you have a website domain, then you should also have your email address to go along with it. If you aren't working with a web developer and decide you want to just do something really easy, you can also try a G Suite. That works as well to make sure that you have your email address is at your domain name. And sometimes once you go ahead and get that email address, make sure it's on everything. Make sure that any business cards that you give out have that professional email address. Also, make sure, look online, you just different social media channels, also your website. Make sure that any of those maybe you at one point had a Gmail or a Bell South account that you used, make sure you've gone through everything and that is no longer there, that you have your email is your professional email at your domain name. Okay, so then let's see, yes, make sure that it's everywhere. A lot of times so people will they'll look at that and they'll know that you really take your business more seriously if you have gone ahead and set up something. That's one of my pet peeves, is when I see that a business has a website, but then their email is at Gmail at Bell South. That's one of my big pet peeves that I really, really focus on and tell businesses you need to make sure that you have that email address on there at your domain name. Okay, so the third thing is your business card. So a lot of people are probably wondering, well, today we use computers so much, do I really need a business card? Yes, you go out to meet people face-to-face at networking events. You need to have something to physically hand them to give them your information. So definitely make sure you have some business cards. Now, if you're just starting up and you're like, I don't want to have a bunch of business cards printed out if I'm afraid some of the information might change, maybe just anything on there that might change. So if you're doing that, go to Office Depot and get some, or Office Max, and get some of those blank business cards and print some out for you to have with you when you go to networking events to simply hand out temporarily. So you should have a professional business card, but if you're concerned that you don't want to order a bunch because the information might change, just get something to have to hand out to people. Because I know recently I went to the Facebook Boost community event here in Atlanta, and that's one of the things that I noticed a lot of businesses, people, they may not have had a business card. And so if you're going to an event like that, or any type of event where you know you're going to be meeting people, just go get some business cards, go have something to hand out so that people can have your information. Now, I know that we're in a digital age, so another thing I recommend is having basically like an ECard. And that's something that I keep information on my notepad in my phone. And anytime I meet somebody that I'm like, I really want to make sure I keep in touch with them, I ask them if I can text them. And then I will text them my ECard. I keep that information on a notepad so I can easily copy and paste it in. And then I will send them, here is my ECard. And you can see that it has all my contact information here. How to get in touch with me, what I do. So I'll text them and I'll have a link and it goes right to that, so they can save all that stuff right there in their phone. So that's really important to just make sure that if you meet somebody and you're like, I really want to make sure that I keep in touch with them, you can just send them a quick text of your ECard, as well as give them your business card, your physical business card. So those are my 3 tips: your website, your email, and also your business card. But there's one pet peeve that I do want to briefly mention, and it is your Favicon. So what's a Favicon? When you go to websites and you pull up different tabs on your computer, and you'll notice that a lot of them have the logo. So like if you're on Facebook right now, you'll see the little blue square with the F in it right next to where it says that you are, which site you're on. So that's your Favicon. And I do recommend that for your website, that you put your logo there, or something, if your logo's a little bit bigger, just something that's recognizable about you and your business. And if you don't know how to do that for your website, again, talk to your web developer. It just adds a little bit of professionalism instead of just having it blank. So I think that's really important, just to make sure that you're being consistent about your business and making sure that you're telling people that you're serious, you take your business seriously, so they should as well. All right, everyone, I'm Tricia Clemens with MuttButs.com. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about this. If you have any more tips, I would love to hear them. All right, everyone, you all have a great day. I will see you soon.